Good morning, everyone. Mike Mellinger here. Hey, today we're finishing up with Jim Collins' book, How the Mighty Fall. And if you remember, I put a little twist on it because we're geared towards small business owners. It's How the Mighty Fall, How You Stay Small. Because as a business owner, you can almost look at your results, and I guarantee you your results are being held back by one of the three reasons listed above. Remember, there's 5 things that businesses, the mighty fall. One is hubris from success, or pride, right? We talked about that on Sunday. 2 is undisciplined pursuit of more, just growing for growth's sake, right? Not caring about the actual key numbers, but just growing to grow, right? Number 3 is denial of risk and peril. Wow. Now, 4 and 5 apply, but this is how the mighty fall. 4 and 5 happens grasping for salvation and resignation to downfall. Unfortunately, it happens very quick in business owners. Maybe not the resignation, because business owners don't quit very easily, but grasping for salvation, desperate measures and stuff, I've seen it all the time as companies go into bankruptcy. Fortunately, I don't work with a lot of companies that are not financially secure, so I haven't seen that in a long time, actually since the Great Recession. Thank God. Hey, so let's talk about denial of risk and peril. Wow, that's a big one, right? That is, and it's so obvious too. One of my best friends is a banker, and he really should be a consultant because he's really good. I'll bring him stuff, and I'll say, hey, I want to do this, this, that, and he'll be like, well, have you thought about this, or have you thought about that, or have you thought about this, and so forth. And at the end of the thing, I'll have an ulcer, and I'll be like, hey, you can't be right on all this stuff. And usually when I ignore him, he's partly right? So he's pointed out some things that we should have considered, right? So what's a huge bet without sound validation? Well, I've seen people make substantial bets on different things, really commit a lot of company resources, and just kill their momentum recovering from the cash crunch that's created by that, right? That's a perfect example. Number 2, obsessive reorganization. A lot of times, business owners, they don't spend enough time planning, and they're constantly changing the way their business, the roles, responsibilities, the way their reporting requirements are. They're not really committed to a set path of action, and that prevents growth, right? They play up the positives and play down the negatives. Now, I'm a glass half full person, but a lot of times that can be a flaw, right? You have to look with realistic lenses at the data your company's actually telling you, right? And then reading ambiguous data positively. Again, that sort of plays in with number 3, but what does that look like? That's, hey, well, this happened. It's when you're actually interpreting your business. I see it all the time. Well, we should have had a great year, but this, but this, but this. Or we should have this. Hey, accept the truth, right? And learn from it. Your business should be a classroom that is teaching you how to go forward, right? And you need to learn. Use it as a classroom to learn. Don't use it as something to pad your ego, right? And then 5, team dynamics, culture change, and they don't do anything about it. Listen, your number 1 job as a business owner is to create and protect the culture of your team. If you do not take that seriously and you let your culture sour, it will not only prevent your growth, it will really hurt your business. It's like the Fram Oil commercial a while back that said, hey, you can either pay me now, you can make the tough decisions now, or you can pay me later. But eventually you're going to pay for it. And when you pay later, there's always more. A great saying that I really like, that I talk to all my clients about, that some people like me probably should have tattooed on their forearm, is it's easier to change the people. Sometimes it's easier to change the people than change the people. Thank you and have a great day.